What are the East Midlands region? The East Midlands is one of the 9 official regions of England. It comprises the eastern half of the area traditionally known as the Midlands. It consists of Derbyshire, Leicestershire, Lincolnshire, except for North Lincolnshire and North East Lincolnshire, Northamptonshire, Nottinghamshire, and Rutland. The region has a land area of 15,623 kilometers squared, or 6,032 square miles, with an estimated population of 5,000. Excuse me, I don't read the whole number first. 5,063,164, and that was in 2024, with a sufficiency level World City ranking. Nottingham is the only settlement in the region to be classified by the Globalization and World Cities Research Network. The main cities in the region are Derby, Leicester, Lincoln, and Nottingham. The largest towns in these counties are Boston, Chesterfield, Colville, Corby, Glossop, Grantham, Kettering, Loughborough, Newark-on-Trent, Northampton, Mansfield, Oakham, Swadlincote, and Willingboro. Physical features. The highest point at 636 meters, or 2,087 feet, is Kinder Scout in the Peak District of Southern Pennines in northwest Derbyshire near Glossop. Other hilly areas of 95 to 288 meters, or 312 to 919 feet in altitude, together with lakes and reservoirs, rise in and around the Charnwood Forest north of Leicester and in the Lincolnshire Worlds. It doesn't say worlds and it doesn't say woods. Lincolnshire Wolds. Maybe Wikipedia meant to say worlds? Okay. The region's major rivers, the Nene, the Soar, the Trent, and the Welland, flow in a northeasterly direction towards the Humbar and the Wash. The Derwent, conversely, rises in the high peak before flowing south to join the Trent some 2 miles before its conflux with the Soar, and the Witham flows in an arch first north to Lincoln before heading south to the Wash. That was about the rivers, if you didn't understand that. And no, I do not see the rivers on this map here. So you can go to Wikipedia, or you can go to look up East Midlands region if you really want to dive deep into the rivers. Okay, the center of the East Midlands area lies roughly between Bingham, Nottinghamshire, and Botsford, Leicestershire. The geographical center of England lies in Hingham on the Hill in West Leicestershire. Forgive me for my pronunciation. Close to the boundary between the Leicestershire and Warwickshire. Some 88% of the land is rural in character, although agriculture accounts for less than 3% of the region's jobs. Church Flats Farm in Cotton in the Elms, South Derbyshire, is the furthest from the sea in the UK. In April of 1936, the first Ordnance Survey trig point was sighted at Cold Ashby in Northamptonshire. The Royal Society of Wildlife Trust and the Wildlife Trust are based next to the River Trent and Newark Castle Railway Station. The National Center of Earth Observation is at the University of, is it Leicester? Leicester. I'm saying Leicester. Unless the C after the E is a ch sound, then it would be Leicester or Leicester. I don't know. If somebody knows the pronunciation, please let me know. Geology. The region is home to large quantities of limestone and the East Midlands oil province. Charnwood Forest is noted for its abundant levels of volcanic rock, estimated to be approximately 600 million years old. A quarter of the UK's cement is manufactured in the region, at 3 sites in Hope and Tunstead in Derbyshire and Ketton Cement Works in Rutland. Of the aggregates produced in the region, 25% are from Derbyshire and 4% from, here we go, Leicestershire, Lincolnshire, and Nottinghamshire. Each produce around 30% of the region's sand and gravel output. Barwell in Leicestershire was the site of Britain's largest meteorite on the 24th of December in 1965. The 2008 Lincolnshire earthquake was 5.2 in magnitude. Environment. Areas of the East Midlands designated by the East Midlands Biodiversity Partnership as biodiversity conservation areas include Charnwood Forest, Coversand Heaths, Derbyshire Peak, Fringe and Lower Derwent, Humber Head Levels, Leland Forest, the Lincolnshire Lime Woods and Heaths, the Lincolnshire Coast, the Peak District, Rockingham Forest, Sherwood Forest, Rutland, Southwest Lincolnshire, and Northamptonshire, the Wash. Areas of the East Midlands designated by the East Midlands Biodiversity Partnerships as biodiversity enhancement areas include the coalfields, the Daventry grasslands, the fens, the Lincolnshire coastal grazing marshes, the Lincolnshire wolds. Okay, maybe that is a word. WOLDS, not worlds, wolds. The National Forest, the Yardley Whittlewood Ridge. Two of the nationally designated areas of outstanding natural beauty are the Peak District and the Lincolnshire Woods. Forestry. Several towns in the southern part of the region, including Market, Harborough, Desborough, Rothwell, Corby, Kettering, Thrapston, Undall, and Stamford, lie within the boundaries of what was once Rockingham Forest, designated a royal forest by William the Conqueror, and was long hunted by English kings and queens. The National Forest is an environmental project in central England run by the National Forest Company. Areas of North Leicestershire, South Derbyshire, and Southeast Staffordshire, covering around 200 square miles, are being planted in an attempt to blend ancient woodland with new plantings. It stretches from the western outskirts of Leicester in the east to Burton-upon-Trent in the west, and is planned to link the ancient forests of Needwood and Charnwood. Sherwood Forest in Nottinghamshire attracts many visitors and is perhaps best known for its ties with the legend of Robin Hood. I literally kept wanting to say Sherwood Forest, Little John, Robin Hood, King Richard. Who doesn't love Robin Hood? If you don't know about Robin Hood, please watch Robin Hood. Disney has a version. There's also Robin Hood Men in Tights. There's also Robin Hood, the one with Kevin Costner. That one's a great one too. I like the cartoon, and I like the Kevin Costner one. Yeah. Regional financial funding decisions for the East Midlands are taken by the East Midlands Councils based on the Melton Mowbray. East Midlands Council is an unelected body made up of representatives of local government in the region. The defunct East Midlands Development Agency was headquartered next to the BBC's East Midlands office in Nottingham and made financial decisions regarding economic development in the region. Since the Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition government launched its austerity program after the 210 general election, regional bodies such as those have been devolved to smaller groups on a county level. As a region, there is no overriding body with significant financial and planning powers for the East Midlands. The East Midlands Combined Authority was established in 2024. Urban areas. The East Midlands region contains many urban areas, which include Nottingham urban area, includes the Derbyshire towns of Alfreton, Belper, Heanor, Lykeston, Long Eaton, Ripley, and Sandiacre. It also covers Nottingham, Mansfield, Arnold, Beeston, Bulwell, Carlton, Hucknall, and West Bridgeford. This means it spans parts of both Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. Leicester urban area, Derby urban area, Mansfield urban area, Lincoln urban area, Burton upon Trent, and Swadlincote Greenbelt. Those are all the urban areas. Towns and cities, major towns and cities in the East Midlands region include, my favorite word, Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, Hampton, Lincoln, Mansfield, Beeston, Chesterfield, Corby, Hinckley, Kettering, Loughborough, Wellingborough, Arnold, Boston, Belwell, Colville, Daventry, Glossop, Grantham, Hucknall, Ilkeston, Kirby, and Ashfield, Long Eaton, Market, Harborough, Melton, Mowbray, Newark-on-Trent, Rushden, Spalding, Sutton and Ashfield, Swadlincote, West Bridgeford, Wigston, Worksop. Okay. Transport. In total, 9% of all jobs in the region are in logistics. Traffic in the region is growing 2% per year, the highest growth rate of all UK regions. It is estimated that about 140,000 heavy goods vehicle journeys are made inside the region each day. They have roads and they have airports. They have railways. 3 of the United Kingdom's main line railways serve the region. The Trent is the navigable river used to transport goods to the Humber, as well as passing by many power stations. The Trent is the only river in England able to supply cooling water for power stations for most of its length. It has the largest water capacity in England, although it is not the longest. Several rivers in the region gave their name to early Rolls-Royce jet engines, namely the Nene, the Welland, and the Soar. Trams. Nottingham is the only city in the region served by a light railway system operated by Nottingham Express Transit. History. Romans. A historical basis for such a region exists in the territory of the Corioltavi tribe. When the Romans took control, they made Leicester one of their main forts. The main town in the region in Roman times was Lincoln, at the confluence of the Fosse Way and Ermine Street. Anglo-Saxons. After the withdrawal of the Romans, the area was settled by Angles and Germanic people who gave the East Midlands most of the place names it has today. They eventually founded the Kingdom of Mercia, meaning borderlands, as it borders the Welsh people to the west. The region also corresponds to the later 5 boroughs of the Danelaw, the area that Vikings from Denmark controlled. In about 917, the region was subdivided between Danelaw Vikings to the north and Mercia Anglo-Saxons to the south. By 920, this border had moved to the north to the River Humber. Evidence of the Danelaw can be seen in place name endings of the region's villages, particularly towards the east. The Danes under Canute recaptured the area between about 1016 and 1035, but it came back under English control after Canute's death that same year. Civil War. The region's 2 main battles in the English Civil War were the Battle of Naseby in the Northamptonshire on June 14th, 1645, and the Battle of Winceby on October 11th, 1643 in eastern Lincolnshire.